Let's go ahead and look at notes 1.3, solving multi-step equations, and this time we are using combining like terms and distribution. We did a little bit of that at the end of 1.2, so this isn't super new, but we are going to use our Don't Call Me After Midnight handout for every single problem, so go ahead and get that out and have it next to your page. So question 1 is done for us. They gave us this one as a reference. So the first thing that I see is that I am distributing a negative sign. So remember to go back in and put in your Ninja 1, because you are multiplying -1 times everything inside those parentheses. -1 times 8 is -8. -1 times -2 is +2. So our next step should say -8 plus 2n equals 28. So there's your distribution step. We do not need to combine any like terms, because if I look at my equation, I see that there is only one number on each side, and there's only one variable total. Because there's only a variable on one side, I don't need to move anything, but I will need to use adding and subtracting. So here I see a -8 at the beginning of my equation. We add 8 to both sides in order to cancel that out. That leaves 2n equals 28 plus 8, so 2n equals 36. And to get n by itself, I need to cancel that 2 out, so I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. 2n divided by 2 is just n. 36 divided by 2 is 18, so I see that n equals 18. Question 2 is started for us, but not finished, so we do need to do this problem ourselves. They did the distribution, or they showed the distribution, they didn't finish it. So we're going to multiply -2 times 4x, which is -8x, and -2 times -5, which is +10. We do not need to combine any like terms, because if I draw my line through the middle, I see that the like terms are on different sides, so I'm not going to combine them. There's only one x, only one variable, so I do not need to move it. But I'm adding 10 next to my variable. I want to get -8x by itself, so that plus 10 needs to go away. We're going to subtract from both sides. And that leaves behind -10 equals -8x. Finally, we are multiplying x times -8 to make that -8 disappear. We divide. So we divide -8 by itself, and that causes it to be canceled out. X is by itself on the right. On the left, -10 does not divide by -8 very nicely. So let's think about that as a division problem. It kind of looks like a fraction, and I bet I could simplify it. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. 10 over 8. I can simplify both of those by a factor of 2. So I'm going to convert that to positive 5 over 4. 5 over 4, 5/4 equals x. Question 3. They've crossed out D because there's nothing to distribute. There are no parentheses. C, combine like terms. They highlighted or underlined a 5x plus a 2x. So 5x plus 2x is 7x. -3 does not have a like term, and -31 does not have any like terms. So let's keep going with the next step. We don't need to move our variables. We do need to add 3 to both sides. If we want to get 7x by itself, then that 3 needs to go away. So 7x equals -31 plus 3 is -28. And we need to either multiply or divide. So if right now I'm already multiplying by 7, then I should divide by 7 in order to get x by itself. So x equals -28 divided by 7, which is -4. Number 4, it looks like they've started the process of combining like terms for me. I don't think I need to distribute because I don't see any parentheses. I do see some like terms. -7 plus 22 is a positive 15. 6w does not combine with anything, and -45 does not combine with anything. So we did all of our combinations. We don't need to move any variables because there's only one w. Right now, 6w has 15 being added to it. We need that to go away, so we're going to subtract 15 from both sides. 6w equals -45 minus 15, and that's -60. Finally, we need to look at what's being multiplied. Here I am multiplying the w times 6. So to get rid of that 6, I should do the inverse and divide by 6. W equals -10. Okay. Question 5 is worked out for us. Almost. They started the problem. We have to finish it. So they combined on some like terms. 2/7 plus 8/7 gives you 10/7 C. -17 did not have anything to combine with, and that's still equal 23. So they did the combining like terms. There was nothing that needed to move, and they showed us that we needed to add 17 to both sides. However, in order to get C by itself, we need to divide both sides by 10/7. 10/7 divided by itself cancels out. 40 divided by 10/7 equals 28. Okay, number 6. I see some underlines here. That's probably a hint. So let's draw a line here and start thinking. So -0.3 doesn't need to change. There's nothing for me to distribute, but those underlines, those look like they need to be combined as like terms. Oh, and these are kind of messy. So 5 is a whole number, it's an integer, that's nice. -2.4 is a decimal, and 3/2 is a fraction. Since I already have 0.3 and 2.4 as decimals, I'm going to change 3/2 into a decimal number and make it 1.5. So instead of 3/2 f, we're going to have 1.5 f. So 5f plus 12 minus 2.4 f plus 1.5 f. Okay, I might need my calculator for this, so you can go ahead and get yours out as well. -2.4 plus 1.5 plus 5. Let's see. I see that I have 4.1 f plus 12, and it equals -0.3. So there's my combining like terms. I do not need to move any variables. I do need to do some adding and subtracting, so -12 on both sides. -12.3 equals 4.1 f. And to get f by itself, we need to divide by 4.1. So 12.3 divided by 4.1. -12.3 divided by 4.1 equals -3. So -3 equals f. Okay, let's keep going. We've got some more problems on the back of the page. Number 7. The perimeter of a triangle is 87 centimeters, and that means the sides of the triangle add up to 87. If the three sides of the triangle are x plus 1, 2x minus 1, and 4x plus 3 centimeters, what is the length of each side? They drew me a triangle, and I see that they labeled 2 of the sides. So we've already labeled x plus 1. We've labeled 2x minus 1. But we need to label 4x plus 3. Okay. I wonder where this 7x plus 3 came from on my equation. The perimeter is 87, so it didn't come from there. Maybe it's my sides. So let's check our like terms. I have 1x plus 2x's plus 4x's, and 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7x. That looks good. Let's check the numbers also, just to be sure. -1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. Oh, okay. So that's 7x plus 3 is just the result of adding my 3 sides. And adding the 3 sides should also add up to 87.
We have some leftover pulled pork sandwiches, chips, and condiments down outside of the front office. If you would like to come grab and fix yourself a sandwich, you're more than welcome to do so outside of the main office. Thank you.
All right, so let's write the steps here. Don't call me after midnight. There's nothing for me to distribute. Technically, I already did my combining like terms. That's the pink and green highlighting. Me, move variables. I only have a variable on one side of the equation, so I don't need to worry about that. Add and subtract. I am adding 3 to my 7x, so I need to subtract that 3 to start getting the variable by itself. 7x equals 84. M, we're multiplying the x times 7. To get the x by itself, we should divide by 7. So x equals 84 divided by 7, which is 12. Is that the end of the problem? Probably not. Yeah, we need to make sure we notice here. What are we being asked? What is the length of each side? 12 is x, but I can't just add 12 plus 12 plus 12 and get that 87 centimeter perimeter. I need to plug 12 into those expressions that represent my sides. So here, I have 1x plus 1. We're going to replace that with 1 times 12 plus 1. 1 plus 12 is 12, plus 1 more is 13 centimeters. Ooh, come on. Let's highlight our answer in blue. I think blue is a lovely color for an answer. Okay, so that's one side. We have another side, 2x minus 1. So that's 2 times x minus 1. 2 times 12 is 24. Minus 1 more is 23 centimeters. And we highlight our answer in blue. And one more side here. 4 times x plus 3. 4 times 12 is 48, plus 3 is 51 centimeters. So the length of each side is 13 centimeters, 23 centimeters, and 51 centimeters. So let's just check real quick. 13 plus 23 plus 51. If I add those up, what number should I get? My perimeter, I should get 87. So let's see. 13 plus 23 plus 51 equals 87. Perfect. All right, summarize your learning. This one is going to be all you. This is just completely up to you. I would like you to compare the equations we solved today to the ones we solved yesterday. So our multi-step equations compared to our 1- and 2-step equations. You are going to make a list of things that are similar and a list of things that are different between the 2 days. I will see you tomorrow when we look at some more multi-step equations on 1.4.